Be harmonious with heaven, make resources abundant, please the masses, profit from the terrain, prioritize arms. These are called the 5 considerations. To be harmonious with heaven, conform to the seasons. To obtain abundant resources, seize them with hostility. Make every effort to please the masses. Profit from the terrain's constrictions and impasses. Prioritizing arms, use bows and arrows for resisting attacks, maces and spears for defense, and halberds and spear-tipped halberds for assistance. In general, these 5 weapons each have their own use. That which is long protects the short. That which is short rescues the long. If used one after the other in war, the battle will endure. If used all at once, the army will be strong. When one views the enemy's situation and considers one's own alike, this is called a measured judgment. So at the end, we've seen this theme before of the long weapons protecting the short and the short weapons also complementing the long weapons. But what I find more interesting in this verse is that if you use them one after the other, the battle will endure. But if you use them all at once, the army will be strong. And so I feel like, to me, this speaks to, you have a long weapon per se. You have a strength in one area, and you go and move forward with it, and you try to attack a problem, and you try to come up with a solution, and then you hit an impasse, and then you use a different tactic or a short weapon or a smaller strategy, and it just takes longer. Whereas if maybe you had used measured judgment when you had looked at all of the views in the situation, considering your own and the enemy's, or the objective at hand, you could use both the long and the short strategies all at once to be strong and overcome this obstacle, overcome whatever you're trying to get through. And as far as the 5 considerations are concerned, we talk about conforming to the seasons and being harmonious with heaven. That can mean one thing or another thing to a different person. But obtaining resources by seizing them with hostility, there's so much money changing hands all of the time. And this doesn't mean you need to go out and pilfer and attack, because we're way past that as a society. In those times, maybe necessarily that's what it did mean. But in today's day and age, it means just like, pursue your dreams with an indomitable passion, right? And don't give up. Like, pursue them. And while you're doing that, make every effort to please the masses. Profit from the terrain's constrictions and impasses. So like, the market is the market, right? Your consumers are your consumers. The clients are the clients. This is the terrain you're navigating, the business terrain, the terrain of the marketplace. So instead of worrying about what is constricting or being an impasse or being an obstacle, what are ways that you can overcome those, right? How can you turn something that other people are struggling with, and how can you provide that solution? I don't have much to provide in the way of metaphors for maces and spears or bows and arrows. Except for that, everyone has a different role in an organization. You've got your customer service rep people, you have your technical people, you have your IT people, you have your marketing people, and you have your numbers people. And so making sure everyone is cohesive and working together is going to lead you to success.